This video is all about a tweet stating that the Canon EOS R6 Mark II is in testing. That's right, I said that correctly, the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. Not the EOS R Mark II or the Canon EOS RP, but the EOS R6. Details coming up. But first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so you're kept informed on the latest camera gear, news, and rumors. This tweet from How to Fly, who recently stated that the Nikon Z8 will be announced in August, then changed to say that it's going to appear sometime in September or October at the latest. He also promoted a so-called leaked web code indicating that a camera is already in the hands of ambassadors, which is proven to be faked. And while the recent tweets about the Nikon Z8 are unvalidated and do go against what Nikon Rumors is saying, he has gotten some things right and does have the support of Mirrorless Rumors and Canon Watch. So let's go ahead to the How to Fly tweet. The prototype of the EOS R6 Mark II is already in testing, and it shares something with the Canon EOS R3, a stacked sensor. Yeah, no dates, no price, and no list of specifications. Well, that one specification that we're supposed to get a stacked sensor. And you, as well as I, could easily predict that the EOS R6 Mark II, when it does come out, would have a stacked sensor, so there's no news there. Also, this has been unvalidated. Canon Rumors has come out, and this is what Canon Rumors just recently said about this tweet. A Twitter user, How to Fly, with a track record that we cannot verify, has reported that the Canon EOS R6 Mark II is already in prototype testing. This camera is reported to have a stacked sensor like we found in the Canon EOS R3. Any variation on that image sensor would likely make its way down the product line. We have reported that a new full-frame camera is coming sooner than later to replace the discontinued EOS R. Perhaps this is part of that, or nothing at all. So what do you think? I know what you're thinking. Maybe it's nothing at all. We're expecting the Canon EOS RP successor, a camera that sits between the Canon EOS RP successor and the R6. But an R6 Mark II? 2 years after the R6 came out, at the same time at the Canon EOS R5, and no rumored replacement of the Canon EOS R5 with an R5 Mark II? Yeah, it seems a little bit of a stretch. Now, How to Fly has gotten some things right, and some recent tweets about lenses coming out from Tamron, they got that right, and they've gotten some things right in the past. But all this news about the Nikon Z8, well, so far, well, they've been proven to be anything but reliable. In July, just a month before they said we were going to get an announcement of the Nikon Z8, nothing. And then halfway through the month, we did get an update saying, oh, it's now coming in September or October at the very latest. It hasn't been validated anywhere else. And Nikon Rumors, which has been covering Nikon for a very, very long time, has come to say, yeah, it's not happening this year. Even the Z6 and Z7, which are most likely to come first, aren't expected to come this year either. Nikon Rumors doesn't believe this tweet about the Nikon Z8, and some are saying that we're most likely to see the Nikon Z6 Mark III long before we see a camera called the Nikon Z8. So when it comes to looking at the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, a camera that many would hope to see a refresh relatively soon, is this likely? We haven't got a validated rumor, and we really don't have much information. And what we do have, that it's supposed to have a stacked sensor, well, that's something I could have told you I would expect to see in that camera. I've already said we can expect to see that sensor, well, not that sensor, but a stacked sensor in the Canon EOS R1, as well as the R5 Mark II, which I believe will come out sometime in 2024 or late 2023 through some sort of announcement. But the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, what do you think? Do you think we're getting punked here just like, well, the Nikon users were getting with the Nikon Z8? Do you really think that we're going to see the Nikon Z8 come out before, or at least announced before the end of October, and also get an announcement of the R6 Mark II, that it's already in testing? Well, if it's already in testing, I'd expect a lot more details in terms of specifications, not just the sensor, but what about the image sensor size? Is it going to have 24 megapixels and have the exact same sensor as the R3? We don't know. What about video modes? What about better heat management so you can record 5.1K oversample 4K for a whole lot more than 30 minutes? And to be able to have it cool down a whole lot quicker as well. That's one of the things that's held back the R6, is its rather lame video specs compared to its bigger brother, the Canon EOS R5. And when it comes to cooling down, it takes a whole lot longer. Now, the Canon EOS R5 Mark I recently got firmware update 1.6, which basically gives you unlimited recording in 8K RAW 8K all-I, 8K IPB, 8K oversampled 4K, and 4K 60, but not sadly 4K 120. That will still overheat. Firmware 1.6 is an incredible benefit to many Canon EOS R5 owners, and R6 owners would like to get some of the same updates that Canon R5 owners have been getting. But what if they just release an EOS R Mark II later this year? What if they fix a lot of the issues that many have been complaining about, like not being able to get all-I in the video modes for a $2,500 camera, to be able to record for more than 30 minutes, not just due to that timer, but the overheating of the camera? And what about some other photo capabilities that are missing? I don't know. I'm not really all that excited about this one. I mean, I love covering news and information, and this is my second video today. We're about to hit September tomorrow, and already things are starting to heat up. Canon EOS R6 Mark II. It's unvalidated. Canon Rumors thinks it's a CR1, which is basically just a rumor at this point without any validation. And nobody else has come along. Nobody from the regular Canon crowd has said, yes, an EOS R6 Mark II is coming. Just like nobody from the Nikon crowd is able to validate that the Z8 is coming, although many of us do think a Z8 is coming. It's just a matter of when. So let me know what you think about this tweet from How to Fly, that the Canon EOS R6 Mark II is in testing, and that we might get it soon, and it will have a stacked sensor. As far as a stacked sensor, I'm all for that, and I think that's happening. But as far as testing, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Now, what we could potentially have going on here is that Canon is working on an EOS R6 Mark II and R5 Mark II. This is just some early in-house testing they're doing. And yes, that goes on all the time. But to actually have one out in the hands of photographers or ambassadors, no, I certainly don't think that's the case. I think that we'll see the Canon EOS R6 most likely in late 2023 at the very earliest, but most likely it's scheduled for 2024, middle of the year, along with the Canon EOS R5 Mark II. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date on the latest camera news and rumors, go ahead and subscribe, but make sure you choose all notifications. By choosing all notifications, as soon as I publish a new video, you'll get notified so you can stay up to date on the latest camera news and rumors. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.